What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. You're watching Everything Weapons. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 most influential pistols of all time, focusing on design innovation, military and civilian adoption, cultural significance, and lasting influence on firearms. So these are just my personal top 10, and it's very subjective, so it's just whatever your opinion is. There's no the actual best top 10 best pistols of all time, but I picked these based on influence, so basically on their design and how well culturally they were adopted and copied, really. When it comes to handguns, there's so many shapes and sizes, but with these 10 pistols that I chose, I think they changed the world forever with their significantly powerful, revolutionary designs that just completely impacted everyone else's designs afterwards. So all of these pistols that made my top 10 most influential list, they really implemented new features in handguns and pistols that were never seen before, and I think I picked them really based on how early they came out and were invented, because I think that's incredibly relevant with how early on their design features were implemented, right? But everyone's list is different. Type me a comment down below of what your top 10 most influential pistols, just personally, your thoughts and opinions are. I would love to know. But with that, let's get right into it. Starting off with number 10, Luger P08. Crafted in the year 1900 and 1908 in Germany, distinctive toggle lock design that became a symbol of German military power, highly accurate and influential in early 20th century semi-auto pistol development. The exact number of Luger P08 pistols produced is not known because they were manufactured by several companies over decades, and many wartime records were lost or never compiled into a single total. Approximately 2 million to 2.5 million Luger P08s exist. Military and commercial Luger pistols of all major variants were produced between 1900 all the way to 1945. Next up, number 9. This is going to be the Smith & Wesson S&W Model 10 revolver, created in 1899 and 1902 in the United States of America. So this American double action revolver was one of the most produced and widely used police and military revolvers in history, setting the standard for .38 special service revolvers. Over 6 million, that's right, the special number, over 6 million Smith & Wesson Model 10s have been manufactured since production began in 1899. It remains the most produced handgun of the 20th century. Today, the Model 10 Smith & Wesson revolver is still in production in limited quantities. Next up, number 8. This is going to be the CZ75, invented in 1975, made in Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic. Highly ergonomic double action and single action 9mm pistol with excellent shooting characteristics. Inspired many modern pistol designs, including some clones and influences on ergonomics. Around in 2013, Czech sources reported that production had exceeded 1.1 million original CZ75 handguns. If you count every member of the CZ75 family, total production is likely several million pistols, though no official cumulative number has ever been released. Next up, this is going to be number 7, Walther PPK. Made in 1931 in Germany, refined blowback design with an innovative safety and decocker, iconic through James Bond films, influenced compact concealed carry pistols for decades after the 30s, as well as police and military sidearms. It was very culturally impactful, and over 500,000, so 500K Walther PPK pistols were produced, original German production and licensed variants. Production of legacy PPK models paused in 2025, last year, just for modernization reasons, but the Walther PPK is super iconic. It was really one of the best small pistols that's just in so many movies and films, and especially made famous in James Bond, of course. So next up, I chose for number 6 the Colt single action Army revolver, aka the Peacemaker, as it's nicknamed, and this was made in the United States of America in 1873. Iconic revolver that won the West, standardized the single action revolver format, hugely popular in the American frontier era, and became a symbol of the Old West in the late 1800s, approaching the early 1900s, and over 457,000 Colt single-action Army Peacemakers revolvers have been made across all generations. Next, this is going to be number 5, the Glock 17 from Austria, made in 1982. Revolutionized pistols with its polymer frame, striker-fired action, and simplicity. The Glock 17 dominated law enforcement and civilian markets, and it really set the template for modern defensive handguns. There is no precise public figure for Glock 17s alone, but the entire Glock pistol lineup, led by the G17 as the flagship model, has exceeded 20 to over 23 million units produced as of recent years, and approaching 2027. Just insane how many Glocks have been made. And can we really put it? I put it at number 5, but that's because we have some good pistols coming up. But the Glock is just the most recognizable pistol, one of the most recognizable pistols just worldwide, I feel like, and it's used in like every country. I bet you could find Glocks in literally every single country. I bet you there's some in Antarctica. It's like that famous. But next up, number 4 most influential pistol. I picked the Beretta 92 or M9 from Italy. And this was created in 1976 and 1985, adopted as the U.S. military's standard sidearm, replacing the 1911. The Beretta 92, or M9, was an open slide design, high capacity, and reliability made it a global standard for military and police law enforcement. And the total for the entire Beretta 92 family, including all variants, the 92, the 92S, the 92FS, the M9, M9A1, M9A3, variants in 9mm and .40 S&W, etc. Approximately 3.5 million Beretta 92s as of recent estimates. Production started all the way back in 1976 and even continues today. So Beretta 92s are still being created. Next up, for number 3 top most influential pistol, I picked the Colt M1911 or 1911A1, created in 1911 in the United States of America, John Browning's masterpiece. And this puppy served as the American military's sidearm for over 70 years, popularized the short recoil 45 ACP operating system that's still dominant today and remains one of the most copied handguns ever in history. Approximately 2.7 million Colt-produced M1911 and M1911A1 pistols were made, with a total of around 4.3 million, including all licensed and other manufacturers. Next up, for number 2, second placed most influential pistol, I chose the Mauser C96, nicknamed the Broom Handle, created in 1896 in Germany. One of the first successful semi-automatic pistols, featured a high-capacity detachable magazine for its time, influenced early automatic pistol designs, and saw use in numerous conflicts worldwide. World War I, the Easter Rising of Ireland, independence, 1916, approximately 1 million to 1.1 million Mauser C96 broom handle pistols were officially manufactured and created by Mauser in Germany. Copies and clones, large numbers, were also produced in Spain, China especially, and in other countries as well, but these are not included in the Mauser factory total. Obviously, exact figures for copies are unknown due to poor records, but I think it would be close to 3 million at least, at the very least, probably 5 million, counting all of the Spanish and Chinese copies of the C96 Mauser. And this is just an iconic pistol. It really deserves number 2 just because it was really one of the first actually good semi-automatic pistols that was mass-produced, and it was just used by everybody, the Chinese, the Irish, the English, the Spanish. It was used all over Europe, and it even made its way in America with and it was just famous, and it's so iconic. It didn't have a magazine, although they did make magazine versions later. So it was a stripper clip up on the top. That's how you loaded it. And it was very reliable, but I guess the first stripper clip was somewhat annoying and made the reload a little bit tedious, but in World War I, it was very good. And next up, for my number 1 spot of the top most influential pistol in history, I chose the Browning High Power from 1935, created in America. John Browning's final pistol design, completed by others, introduced the 13-round double-stack 9mm magazine, and the Browning High Power influenced nearly all modern high-capacity 9mm pistols, with 1.5 million copies being made. It's the widely accepted figure for original FN-made pistols, excluding numerous licensed and unlicensed copies worldwide. So it was John Browning's pistol design, so the American John Browning, although it was created in Belgium, thanks to FN Herstal, of course, but many copies in many countries were made, and this pistol was created in 1935, just before World War II, and it's just so iconic just because it really brought in the 13-round double-stack 9mm mags that was reliable and actually built well in terms of its design, and it was incredibly reliable and favored by so many people. Just soldiers around the world were stunned with the Browning High Power, and many officers and, higher up ranks within the military in every country preferred it personally for its reliability and just its sleek design and its easy reload process and just super nice pistol. It looks amazing from an artistic standpoint, and that's why I chose it. But most people are going to be mad at this. Some people might agree out there, but I feel like most people would choose just the Glock or the M1911 for their top one first place top most influential pistol, but let me know in the comments down below. Type a comment of what your top 10 list of most influential pistols and handguns are, just in terms of how influential their design was in impacting the world and inspiring more designs with their ingenuity and unique ergonomic designs that were created, right? I'm very curious what you guys have to think and what your list is, so definitely let me know and smash the like button. A thumbs up is greatly appreciated, guys. Really helps me out and it pushes my videos to a new audience. And also subscribe, especially if you are new. Most people who view my videos aren't subscribed and that makes me depressed. So if you don't want me to buy a rope on Amazon and check out, please take 2 seconds, hit that sub button. It's greatly appreciated. I put a lot of time and effort into my videos so that they do not suck. And if they do suck, let me know in the comments also. But what else? Ring the bell, that way you don't miss any video I post in the future. And please check out the older videos on the channel, guys. Lots of war military updates as well as history videos, and every now and then I make these fun one-off kind of list videos or ranking videos and stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.